business and in their life. Today, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome full-time real estate investor, agent, firefighter, father now, and husband, Darryl Goodman. Darryl, thank you so very much for coming on the show today. Please take a moment and introduce yourself to our viewers.
Cool. Thank you so much. I really ain't got much of an introduction for myself. Pretty much, I'm 29 years old. Um, I um, I am from Virginia. My dad was in the military, so I moved around all my life. So I'm used to just moving around. So I've learned like real estate by default by moving so much with my parents. So
Mhm.
so I got into that. I've been in Georgia now for it's been quite some time. But that's pretty much where it all started. I had my senior year in high school here, and my the last day the teacher asked, say, so what do you guys want to do for your for when you get out of school? And my response was, when the teacher got to me, I said I want to sell probate and foreclosed homes and be a millionaire. And I didn't
Wow.
even know what I was talking about, but long behold, here I am doing just that. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so when you said I want to sell foreclosed homes, probate, and be a millionaire, were you watching like the millionaire shows, like
Ye-
this, millionaire listings? How did you know, or how it's just something that this is what I want to do?
right. So yeah, like ever since I was like 13, they used to have all those invest in real estate with no money down, little infomercials on TV. Like I said, I was 13, and I was like, yo, I can. I just developed a passion from there, honestly.
That
Um,
is amazing.
and yeah, so that's pretty much where that started from. So since 13, I've been wanting to get into
Wow.
it. Yeah.
So you're graduating from high school, and you say this is what I want to do. How did you actually transition into doing what it is that you're doing now currently?
So of course, I didn't just come out of high school or out of high school straight into it.
Hmm.
Pretty much how it happened was, well, how did it happen? I woke up one day because at this point I got on as a firefighter,
Hmm.
and I woke up one day. I'm like, dude, I need to really get on my grind with this real estate. I've been wanting to do it for years,
Yeah.
so I subscribe to all these investors and all their email subscriptions. And there's this dude named Mark Witten.
Okay.
He was talking about wholesaling, and he was talking about a wholesale deal because at the time, like a few years back, no one really mentioned the term wholesaling. Like
Right.
it was just no money down strategies and whatnot. But
Right.
he said it was my wholesale deal. This is how I did it. And then from there, I was like, so that's what it is. So that's how you do it. So from there, I was like, I'm doing this.
Wow.
So yeah. And then there's this guy named Adorasanya based out of Philly. His course was like 3 grand at the time. So I
Right.
just said, forget it. I have to do this. Like, so I, sent him the 3 grand and became, got in the process with that whole thing. So
Wow. So
yeah.
you paid the 3,000 because a lot of people get started and they just figure it all out. But you said, you know what, I want to learn this. I'm going to invest in myself. So you actually took the $3,000, invested in your education, and from that point started your journey in wholesaling real estate.
Exactly. Yup. That's exactly how it started. There's this one student. It was like 4 or 5 of us in the class at that time when I paid for it, and I
Mhm.
was still, even though I paid 3,000, I was still kind of like halfway in and out with it. Just
Right.
barely putting in the effort. And there's this other guy. He was from Philly too, and his first deal was like 12,000, and he's like, I have another one coming up. I'm like, dude, we're in the same course, getting the same information. What are you doing that I'm not doing?
Mhm.
So he was sending out direct mail, and so I started sending out direct mail from there. And honestly, that's how I've been doing it for years.
Wow. And so you've been consistent with your direct mail. And I guess from start when you first started, you sent out your first direct mail piece and someone called you back and locked.
Yeah, at that time I got like 50 million calls. Like I was, like I said, I'm a firefighter as well, so we were like out on calls, and my phone is just blowing up. I'm like, oh my god, like dude, hold on, please.
Right.
Um, Yeah, so that's pretty much how that started.
Wow, that is a blessing. So now, five and a
Yes.
half years later, you've been a full-time real estate entrepreneur, and have you also still been doing being a firefighter as well at the same time?
Yes, I'm still a firefighter. It's great. The only thing is about it being a firefighter, like it's all fun and games, and then you can get a serious call and somebody's in like serious trouble. So you
Right,
see a lot of people at their worst, and it's not always fun to see. So I
right,
always enjoy the real estate aspect to where I'm helping somebody out of a situation. Someone
right.
couldn't afford their house anymore, and we were able to buy it, flip it, whatever, get them out of
Wow,
their situation. So yeah.
wow, that's awesome. My father was also a firefighter, so I grew up. My
Oh,
father
okay.
was like a firefighter, a police officer, an EMT, all of that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He was in. He loved stuff. So, along with all of that, it says you're a day trader. So you currently day trade as well.
Yeah, I still day trade. I analyze the charts. There's like a lot of MLMs going on within like forex right now, and
Right,
I I'm not gonna bash anybody because a lot of people are very serious about their MLMs and signing people up,
right,
but I day trade for real, so
gotcha.
expect me to be like a part of certain groups, but yeah, I day trade, and that's pretty good as well. But me personally, like I like to over leverage my accounts, so I get a nice little lump sum and then just throw in the day trading account and just over leverage it. I'm terrible, so I definitely don't recommend doing that.
So you don't recommend doing that.
No, the only thing I don't recommend doing it is over leveraging your account. Pretty
Right,
much trying to make like $1 million tomorrow type situation. Like that's what a lot of people do, but
wow,
it's a steady process.
right. So pace yourself whenever it comes to day trading. I'm not really familiar with it, but I do know a few of my family members are currently into day trading, and I know that it's something that you have to, you want to really know what you're doing before you go all in with any of that. You can at least maybe partner up with someone or
Right.
learn how to properly do it, of course.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, yeah, definitely. And use a demo account. Use a demo account first.
Right.
Cause I didn't demo like that when I first started and blew through like 20 grand just trying to learn. So
So,
yeah.
so tell me, what are some of your keys to success for being successful and doing multiple different things? Because you have a firefighter, day trader, real estate investor, and also you've just gotten your license and now you're a licensed real estate agent. And we'll
Right.
talk about that in a moment. But what are
Right.
some of your keys to success for just juggling all those things and as well with being a father and a husband as well? How do you juggle it all?
All right. Well, that's a great question because I get that often.
Mhm.
And like what most people like, they see like little memes and stuff